2021, McKinsey had published a stage of fashion report, as it were, and they said that employer brand is a very, very big talent magnet. Now, you're someone who started your career with a not such a large accounting firm, and you spent, I think, over a decade there. What do you think people who start working with big, firms or companies from the word go miss out on?
So what has happened, uh, the people who work, first let me tell you what the positives of it.
Yeah.
So when you work in a big brand, you get the wherewithal of how they do the work, a work ethic is brought in, you get access to the global resources, you get access to, like I remember when I joined Anderson for the first time, Arthur Anderson, it used to be called that time. When I joined there, it was like a child in a toy shop. I mean, there was so much of information available. And I said, wow, this is what is going to now make my life
Right.
very easy. So this is what you don't get in a small firm. You don't get that in a small firm. The firms, the training curriculum, everything else is very different league. But the disadvantage is they get you very siloed.
Right.
You just learn only one skill or one service line. In our case, we are consultants, so one service line. While in a small firm, you are exposed to everything. Your breadth of knowledge, you do much more work, you're much more innovative, entrepreneurial. There's no hierarchy there. You can just go and, I mean, if you are what you call a go-getter, you can just go and get anything done.
Right.
So I think that's a big advantage of being in a smaller firm. And also, I can tell you, I have been through 3 of the big 4. Arthur Anderson was not big 4, it was a big 5 at that time. But we merged into Ernst & Young. I was there for a short period, and then KPMG. I think what I learned in that small, medium sector firm, medium firm, I have not learned in any of these firms. And one more thing I will just tell youngsters as they listen. So I would not be fussed about where I start my career. You must go with the role and not with the title of the job. So if the role is good, it's giving you opportunity to learn. Honestly, when I joined this firm, I had no intention to stay here. I'd come there just to pass my CA, and then I would go and find a job somewhere else and go and join the corporate life. My father, fortunately, had done well in his life, so that temptation was always there, big house, big car, everything. And then I fell in love with my job.
Yeah.
And then it didn't bother what salary I was getting or what I was getting, because I was liking what I was doing. That just grew on me. It's an accident. It was my career.
It's a very interesting point that you make here. It's something I think you've continued to say even till now. I remember when I first met you, this was one of the first things you told me, that Nishtha, stick to the role, do what you're good at doing, and the money will follow. So don't worry about how much package they're offering, what benefits you're getting.
Yeah.
You should be more concerned about what your role entails and how you can grow in it.
Yeah.
So I think that's very wonderful advice, because these days money tends to be a big factor for people when they're applying for roles.
Yeah.
So the fact that money follows talent and passion everywhere holds
So the
true.
one thing which I will tell youngsters, don't let money be the driver. I think it's a very good point you've raised. Don't let money be the driver. Let your job role be the driver. Are you happy with the work? Are you happy with the people in that company? Because you see, when you get up in the morning and you're not motivated to go to office, still go.
Yeah.
Get up second day, still go. Third day, then start thinking, I need to change my job. Because you're not happy there, because an unhappy mind can never perform at 100%. So I think wherever it is, big, small, medium, you need to be happy doing what you're doing. And it should not, I'm saying it again, never join a company which works against your value system.
Wow.
So you work with companies that is aligned with your value system. Otherwise, every day you will be disgruntled human being. Because you'll say, this is not.
Yeah, you want to get up in the morning and go to that workplace, right?
Yeah,
it should come from within you.
Yeah.